Merry meet and welcome to Plant-Based Laughter. I'm Taylor and today we're going to be taking on the Sims chocolate mousse in a way. I did not realize until today that it was actually a baked chocolate mousse, and the recipe I found is for one that is chilled in the fridge. And when I tried to see if I possibly could correct my mistake same day, turns out cannot. There are significantly more ingredients, some more substitutions, some more thinking and planning that I would have to do, and I just don't have the time to do that. So we're just going to go ahead, focus on doing this, and we're still going to get a very delicious vegan chocolate mousse. And so the recipe will be linked below as always. We're going to be using the coconut cream for heavy whipping cream. I am going to be putting this off to the side, not off to the side. I am going to be splitting this and now chilling part of it because since it's coconut cream and I only have the one can, I didn't want it to separate, and I'd rather make sure it all works well because we're essentially doing it for the whipping cream. And then we of course have our vegan chocolate chips, your choice, and hopefully this just goes nice and easy. The first section is a little bit more of working within the microwave to actually melt the chocolate chips. You can also melt them through a double boiler, but we're going to go ahead and just follow the way that she does it and get that started. And at each step of this, it's just supposed to be like some simple steps and just a little bit time consuming if anything else. So let's get started. Merry meet again. So here we are. We're going to go ahead and heat up our 1 cup of chocolate chips with our our half cup of coconut cream. We're going to go ahead and mix this together a little bit and pop it in the microwave for about 20 minutes. Or 20 minutes. Wow, do not do that. We're going to pop it in the microwave for 20-second increments and get them melted, and then from there we're going to let it cool from room temperature. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you this in increments, so chat with you real soon. Okay, this is after 20 seconds. Here's after the second one. We're getting a little bit more chocolate, how about a little bit more melted? And so with this, I might do it one more time just to really solidify these last few that I unfortunately didn't have towards the bottom. But we are really almost there. Okay. Yeah, because that'll help with those last few chunks. And so that's pretty nice. Just about a minute. So it's about a minute in the microwave. Okay, so here we go. That is after putting it in again for another 20 seconds. So like I said, it is a full minute in those 20-second increments. Now, as you can see, this is essentially, it feels like a richer chocolate if I'm, the way that it smells at least. And so what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna go ahead, just put this off to the side, and she recommends to let it come back to room temperature. My room's made again. So here we are. We have our coconut cream that we're going to mix with about a tablespoon of powdered sugar, and then we also have our vanilla here. My room's very cold, so my vanilla looks a little weird. I apologize. But it's only a 1/4 teaspoon at that, and I don't have an automatic mixer, so we're just going to go ahead and manually just mix this until we feel like we kind of have soft peaks. With this is going to help add as much air as possible into the mixture. And so I'm going to take my time off camera to go ahead and truly whip it. But since it'll probably take me the full time that the chocolate is cooling off to do that, I'm gonna do it off on the side rather than bother you guys with that time frame. The only other thing I'll say with this is, of course, if you do have an automatic or hand mixer, that's what you're going to do, and you're just going to be looking for it to essentially solidify a little bit, have a little bit more soft peaks. You want it to get a little bit more structure inside of it, because we're going to take the structure and put it into our mousse. That's where the mousse is going to get its pull from, since we're not baking it. So yeah, we'll check in with you real soon. Merry meet again. So we have this here. I just wanted to make sure I added some air into this. I'm not gonna lie to you. It is times when I have to make whipped cream that I am like, maybe I should just order an automatic mixer, but I don't make whipped cream enough to make sense for it. So if this is something where you're gonna find yourself often needing to be making soft peaks, I definitely recommend it. But for now, we're going to go ahead and just still use the same folding maneuver and just still be very gentle with this. So we're gonna go ahead and combine this all in here with our chocolate. This is also why I like this, because honestly, this recipe is still going to be easy. You can make it as easy or hard as you really want it to be. And would I get better results with the other version? Yes, but we're gonna go ahead and honestly, it's not really folding, is it? So we're still gonna be a little bit gentle with this and just kind of, there we go, because we needed to get that center around. I don't know. I feel like normally with folding, like it's a little, like it comes up a little bit easier. Something that you can do too, if you prefer, is you can just like cut through the center and like pull it up to bring it in. But as you can see, we're just going to have this all combined. We don't want to combine it too much because the point of folding is to be very gentle, and that you aren't necessarily like cutting and mixing, that you are in fact like folding the chocolate over onto the cream itself. So don't beat yourself up for like any technical ways of doing it, but that is technically what it means to fold and to be a little bit gentle so we don't lose the structure, because I did not put as much care into my whipped cream. I don't have as much structure, so it's going to be a lot more obvious when you're folding with something that has a lot more form. With that, we're going to go ahead. I don't have any other kind of ramekins, so I'm just going to use these, and I'm going to put these, pour these into here and put them in the fridge for a couple of hours, and that's it. That's going to be our mousse. I'll check in with you for our taste test. Merry meet again. So here we are. It is 2 hours later. It is the winter, so that is why we unfortunately do have a little bit different lighting. I tried my best, but I hope you can see we have that little bit of like that airy mousse texture achieved though, and you can kind of see it here on the spoon as well, maybe. But hopefully my shadow is not covering it, but I feel like it translates at least in the bowl a little bit better. I personally don't taste any coconut. It is very smooth. It is very rich, but that also is due to the, what are they called? The chocolates that I use was very rich, and then the chocolates I use also is a little bit more bitter. So me knowing that, I probably could have added a little bit more sugar to when I was mixing the chocolate part of it, but or maybe even just some extra flavoring, you know, like extra coffee syrup if I wanted to like add a little extra spice to whatever I'm making here. But it's really good. This really worked despite the fact that I didn't like have the quite firm peaks. So the more peaks and structure that you have within that whipped cream, the more you're going to get that airiness that you expect within the mousse texture. But I'm gonna count this as a success and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.